Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Ellen, and this is Yoga with Ellen. Today, we're going to do a 20-minute power yoga flow to wake up and start the day with energy. So, come into a child's pose on your mat. Sit your hips back on your heels. Rest your forehead on the mat. And start to take some deep breaths in and out through your nose. Then rise up onto your hands in a tabletop position, hands right underneath of your shoulders. On an inhale, drop your belly, lift your hips and chest. Exhale, round your spine, press through the hands. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your hips and chest. And exhale, press through the hands, round your spine. Inhale to cow pose. And exhale to cat pose. Draw your belly button up. Inhale to cow pose. And exhale to cat pose. Then come back to a neutral spine. Extend your right leg straight out and back, right toes facing down towards the mat. Inhale here, stretch through the leg. Exhale, bring your knee to your forehead, round the spine. Inhale, stretch your leg back out. Exhale, knee to forehead. One more. Inhale, stretch the leg back out. Exhale, knee to forehead. Stretch your leg back out once more, and then lower the right leg down to change sides. Extend your left leg back, flexing the back foot. Inhale here, look forwards. Exhale, knee to forehead, round the spine. Inhale, stretch your leg back out. Exhale, knee to forehead. One more time. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, knee to forehead. Stretch your left leg back out once more. And then lower your left leg down and come to sit back on your heels. Make fists with your hands and start to circle your wrists in one direction. And then circle your wrists the other way. Few more moments here, warming up your wrists. And then come back into a tabletop position on your hands and knees. Spread the fingers wide, hands are shoulders distance apart. Tuck your toes behind you and lift your hips up and back to your first downward facing dog. Start to bend one knee and then the other, pedaling out your legs, stretching through the backs of the legs. Keep pulling your belly button up towards your spine, lifting your hips as high as you can, and breathing deeply in and out through your nose. Then sink the heels down towards the mat and start to walk forward, taking little steps forward until your feet come up behind your hands in a forward fold. Keep a little bend in the knees, and then take any movement here that feels good. So you can nod your head, yes and no, or take your hands inside of your elbows and just let your upper body rock back and forth. So let this feel really good. Then release your arms down, and with a little bend in your knees, slowly roll all the way up to stand. When you rise up, bring your feet together to touch at the top of the mat, arms reaching down by your sides. Just take a few moments, take a couple deep breaths, and set an intention to move through your day with purpose, with intention, with consciousness in your actions and time. So on an inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, come all the way down. Inhale to a flat back, draw your belly in. And then plant your hands down and step your feet back into a plank. Shift forwards on your hands. Lower down halfway, squeeze your elbows into your sides. Inhale, press up, upward facing dog, lift your chest to the sky, and then exhale the hips high and back to downward facing dog. Take a couple deep breaths in and out through your nose. Then rise up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward, and step your feet together to touch at the top of the mat. Inhale to a flat back, draw your belly in. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach your arms out, around and up, rise to stand. And exhale the hands to your heart and down by your sides. One more round, sun salutation A. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward with a long back, come all the way down. Inhale to a flat back, draw your belly in, and then plant your hands and step your feet back to a strong plank, good alignment. Shift forwards on your hands, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, press to upward facing dog, and exhale the hips high and back to downward facing dog. Good. Come back to your breath. Come back to your intention. Moving with purpose. Inhale, reach your right leg back and up. Then exhale, step your right foot in between your hands and lower down on your back knee. Reach your arms up. Come to crescent lunge, right knee over your ankle. Pull your belly in. Then start to sit your hips back, untuck your back foot, and lift the right foot up off the mat. Find your balance, activate your core, activate everything here for 3, 2, 1. Sit the right foot back down. Inhale, reach your arms up, crescent lunge. And then lower your hands down. Reach your right leg back and up, straight through the right leg. Then shift forward on your hands into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, press to upward facing dog. And exhale the hips high and back to downward facing dog. Good. On an inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot up in between your hands and then lower down on your back knee. Reach your arms up for crescent lunge. Left knee over your ankle, draw your belly in. Then untuck your back foot and start to sit your hips back. Lift your left foot up off the mat. Find your balance. Activate your core. Activate everything for 3, 2, 1. Sit your left foot back down into crescent lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Then lower your hands down. Reach your left leg back and up straight behind you. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Nice work. On your next inhale, reach your right leg up and back. And then exhale this time, right knee to your right elbow, shift forwards. Inhale, stretch the right leg up and back, and then step the right foot in between your hands and lower down on your back knee. Reach your arms up for crescent lunge. Pull your belly button in. Then lower your hands down to the mat and sit your hips back, stretching out your right leg, flexing through your foot. Good. Sink back down into the right leg, come up on the fingertips, and then sit your hips back, stretch through the right leg, flex your foot. One more time, sink back into the right leg, lift your chest, lift your fingertips, and then sink your hips back, flexing the right foot. Bend into your right knee one more time, and then tuck the back toes and reach your arms up into a high lunge. Draw your belly in, tucking your pelvis under. Protect your lower back. Then lower your left knee to the floor one time and reach your left knee up, mountain pose. Then reach back with your left hand to grab onto your foot, lengthen through the right side of your body, and start to bow forwards, coming into dancer pose. Good. Deep breaths here, staying focused. Then coming out nice and slow, reach your left knee back up, hands to your heart, and then lower your left foot down with control and step back into the center of your mat. We're going to move through a vinyasa. So inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forwards with a long back. Inhale to a flat back. And then plant your hands and step your feet back to a strong plank. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, press to upward facing dog. And then exhale to downward facing dog, coming into the left side. So inhale, reach the left leg up and back. And then exhale, left knee to left elbow, shift forwards into plank. Inhale, reach your left leg up and back. And then step your left foot in between your hands and lower down on your back knee. Reach your arms up, come to crescent lunge, draw your belly in. Deep breath here. And then lower your hands down, sit your hips back, straighten out the left leg, flex your foot. Bend into the left knee, lift your chest, lift your fingertips, and then sit your hips back, flex your left foot, stretch your leg. Good. One more time. Sink into your left leg, lift your chest, lift your fingertips. And then sit your hips back, flex your left foot, stretch your leg. Now bend into your left leg, tuck the back toes, and rise up into a high lunge. Reach your arms up. Draw your belly in, tuck the pelvis. Then lower your right knee one time and reach your right knee up, coming to a mountain pose. Then reach your right hand back to grab onto your right foot, lengthen through your left side, and start to bow forwards into dancer pose. Staying focused, staying strong, a deep, calm breath. Then come out nice and slow, lift your right knee, and then lower the right foot down, come to the center of the mat, and let's vinyasa. So inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, lengthen as you fold forward, come down. Inhale to a flat back, belly in, and then plant your hands and step your feet back to a strong plank. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, press through upward facing dog. And then exhale your hips high and back to downward facing dog. We're going to come into our next flow. So inhale, reach the right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, squeeze it up. Inhale, reach your right leg back, and then step your foot up in between your hands and lower down on your back knee. This time, bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. Right foot comes to the side of the mat for lizard pose. Relax your head and neck here. Just take a few deep breaths into this stretch. Then left hand plants down, reach your right arm forwards up and back, grabbing onto your back foot for a nice quad stretch. Breathing here. And then lower the back foot, spin your right hand back around. Tuck your back toes under, walk the right foot back into the center of the mat, and then reach your arms up for a high lunge. Draw the belly in. Good. Lower your left knee down to the mat one time, then lift the left knee, mountain pose. Reach back with your left hand to grab onto your foot, lengthen through your right side body, and then start to kick into your hand and bow forwards, dancer pose. See if you can come a little deeper this time. Find a little more opening here. Then come out nice and slow, lift the left knee, and then lower it down, feet together at the center of the mat. On an inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, lengthen as you come down. Inhale, come to a flat back. And then plant your hands and step your feet back into plank. Good alignment. Shift forwards, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, press to upward facing dog. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Coming into the other side. Inhale the left leg back and up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale the left leg back and up. And then step your foot in between your hands and lower down on the back knee. Bring both hands to the inside of your foot. Bring your left foot to the side of the mat for lizard pose. Relax your legs, your head, your neck. Take a few deep breaths here. Then keep your right hand planted down. Reach your left arm forwards, up and back, grabbing onto your back foot for a quad stretch. A few more deep breaths here, really relaxing into this pose. Then lower your back foot down, spin your arm back around. Bring your left foot back towards the center of the mat. Tuck your back foot and reach your arms up for a high lunge. Draw your belly in. Then lower your back knee one time. And then reach your right knee up, find your balance, mountain pose. Then reach back with your right hand to grab onto your foot. Lengthen through the left side of your body, and then start to kick into your hand, bowing forward, dancer pose. Again, finding a little more flexibility, a little more opening the second time around. Then come out nice and slow, draw your right knee up, and then step it down with control, feet together at the top of the mat. Last vinyasa with energy. Inhale. Reach your arms up. Exhale, lengthen as you fold forwards. Come all the way down. Inhale, lift to a flat back. And then plant your hands, step your feet back into a plank. Good alignment here. Shift forwards. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, press to upward facing dog. And then exhale the hips high and back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to stretch it out in your downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, lower your knees down to the mat. Sit your hips back to your heels, child's pose. Good. We're going to end here, coming back to our intention, taking your day with purpose, with intention. Have a great day, everyone. See you later.